Morning, and welcome back to another episode of the Convoluted podcast. It's your host Liz, and I'm with your Tyrant Dominus, aka Jesus. And if it's your first time listening, you can always follow, subscribe, and if you don't want to unfollow and unsubscribe, it's totally free. How you doing, Jesus?
I'm doing pretty good, pretty good. Been busy. I had a mini vacation. I got a lot
Oh,
of stuff.
lucky.
A mini vacation is 3 days off. So, and I haven't had one of those in a
I
while.
can't even get 3 days off.
Yeah. This is what happens when you're too useful. Too useful.
No, Jane of all trades. I was that way at Safeway, and I was like that at freaking work now.
But yeah, I've been busy for the most part. As anyone's been following, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, you probably or are subscribed to YouTube. You probably noticed a bunch of videos popped off, or in the last couple of because I've been reviewing shows. A lot of things got released, like the Super Mario movie trailer just got released. If you watch that on TikTok, or on YouTube, there you can see my reactions to the trailer, things like that. There's been a lot. So there's been a lot of videos popping off on the channel. If you follow me on TikTok, there's been a lot of there. But yeah, it's been, even though it was my quote weekend, I was just busy making videos and videos. And kind of making a few little things for the podcast. So that's something to look forward to. How have you been?
Because I exhausted and tired. It's been a freaking madhouse in my ED. I was also training somebody. That's an adventure in itself. I mean, we were like literally had like this extra unit that we have attached to the ED. That's kind of our overflow. All 8 of them occupied. We didn't have no beds for them on the other floors. And then like 6 or 8 of them regular beds that were, oh, we don't have a room for you either, so you got to stick up here in the ED. It was mad house, mad zoo. And it was like that yesterday. Again, we had some boarders, but not as many, and just crazy. And then, oh, Liz, by the way, do you want to stay till 2 a.m.? I'm like, not really. What's going on? Well, the Z person called out. I'm like, motherfuckers. Okay. Let's see. I can do ORs for you guys, and that way you don't have to worry about the ORs. I can fill those suckers up and we'll call it a day.
Oh my god, it just seems like more and more people just, wow, what's wrong with people? Just come to
Oh,
work.
getting sick though. I got like a couple of coworkers who are sick, and they're on antibiotics because there's just the regular shit flying through the air. I mean,
Yeah,
germs
people.
don't stop just because there's a pandemic going on. Just saying.
Yeah, people got to remember there's more than just COVID out there. There's more than that.
There's flu coming back. We're seeing RSV. Um, we're seeing just like a slew of things. So we're just, yeah, that's just not fun. Yeah, and we lost a patient yesterday. That was not fun either. They're in
Mm.
their early 50s. So yeah, that was a little heart wrenching just because as much as I'm not a part of that, even though I can only help with what medications the person might be on. Um, just seeing the faces come out of there, and you could see them just like, and you're like, oh, did you not make it? And they're like, no. I'm like, oh, fuck. That's sad.
It
So,
is heart wrenching, yes. But in a
even though I don't
positive,
know these people, it's just kind of sad because you don't really want to lose people. You want to, expect them to, live and um, well. So, and hope for the best outcome. And honestly, I thought the best outcome was going to happen because it was witnessed. It was seen, and they were automatically given the CPR to save them. And the EMTs were at it. I mean, I thought, hey, the odds that he might seem a little higher because it was witnessed. It wasn't, down for I don't know how many minutes situation. So, been a
okay.
rough day. And I will be drinking a mimosa at some point. As you can see, our merch right here. It's beautiful. I love this glass already.
Ooh, that's a good transition. So if you're watching this, Liz just showed off our pint glass, our drinking glass. It's nice and showcases our special logo design with the beer inside already. On top of that, we're actually wearing our custom tie-dye shirts. Those are you can get up the plain, just plain whites, so you can tie-dye them yourself. Merch.tyrant.dominus.com. Go ahead. Don't forget
Mom wants to want some.
I know. Don't forget to get the summer sale ends on the 15th, so be sure to do codes summer for 20% off. Be sure to get that. And for our prize winners, you should have received an email noting that the things have been shipped. You should be getting those in the next couple days. Keep an eye on your mail. But yeah, everything's finally in motions. And big shout out to Craig, who was helping us move stuff around because we couldn't sign this stuff properly at the right time. And we're busy people. Shout out to Craig. He helped us try to arrange things so we can move these products faster. So thank you. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you for being our mule.
All right.
It helped tremendously. Trying to figure out coordinate schedules was like a little bit of a trick between Jesus and I. So, and it happened to be my day off, and he was on a half day stretch, so that worked even better.
All right. Let's get started.
Not a single fuck was given this
Yes,
day.
all right. So we already picked out our first 3 articles here, guys. Have fun with this one. I am still laughing at this one. I know I shouldn't, but I am.
Go for it.
A Texas mom warns Hocus Pocus 2 will unleash hell on our kids.
Bruh.
The whole movie is based on witches harvesting children for blood sacrifices. Okay.
Kind of. Yeah, that's what the original movie was about, you know?
Original, but not the second one.
I haven't seen the second one yet. I'm about to watch it this weekend. Like I said,
I'm not gonna spoil it. It's okay. It's not
like
as hyped up as the first one. I will say that, but I enjoyed it. It kind of have a resolution, so it was kind of nice. I'm hoping there's gonna be a prequel, but we'll see. Like a prequel before everything started.
Hocus Pocus 1.5, like I don't think
like
so.
a prequel, the start of it, how it all came to be. Some people are really hoping for that.
Oh,
It actually leaves it open for a third Hocus Pocus possibly. So we'll see how this goes.
All right.
Because there is a I've been watching a lot of TikTok also, and they're hinting at, well, there was and blank. I'm not gonna repeat it, guys. You're gonna have to watch the damn movie yourselves. But it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I love that there was an original host. I'm glad they made tributes, and it was nice. It was kind of nice. It was nice.
Okay, everyone, just wait for my review on Reaction Cast for Hocus Pocus 2 if you should or shouldn't watch it. I'll be the judge of it.
It was a good movie. It was decent.
I'll be the judge of it.
All right.
I'm the one with the movie podcast.
Fine. I already watched it for you though.
Bruh.
Okay, let's continue. What does his mom want?
One mom is urging parents not to let their children watch the newly released Hocus Pocus 2 because the film will unleash hell on your kids and in your home. Jamie Gooch, a mother of 3 living in Troy, Texas, shared on a post on social media and told local news station KWTX that families should not watch this film. A worst-case scenario is you unleash hell on your kids in your home, Gooch told that station. The whole movie is based on witches harvesting children for blood sacrifices. The mom added that while everybody thinks it's fake and innocent, the characters in the film could be casting any type of spell that they want to. Anything you could coming through that TV screen into your home, she added.
Okay.
Gooch cited her faith and a belief that a spiritual war was being waged against homes in America as reason to warn parents about films and other forms of entertainment that depict witches and witchcraft. Many parents reached out to Gooch for comment. Her husband, Jeremy Gooch, responded via email on her behalf and declined to comment on or give an interview, writing the family has been dealing with threats. Gooch shared that her family has not observed Halloween in 4 or 5 years, but believes the potential dangers stretch far beyond All Hallows Eve. Okay.
Wait. So they don't celebrate Halloween?
Oh, they celebrate autumn harvest.
Oh, that's
fall
fine.
Harvest or something like that, which is fine. It's your own belief. I don't have a problem with that. That's your own decision. But as a Catholic, it's such a different meaning. Okay, so everything we have ever learned through any faith, it all stems from paganism, right?
For the most part, yes.
All Hallows Eve is all holy. So we're starting to see holy as in and a lot of it stems from Hispanics too, because that's part of their culture is the Day of the Dead and all that. We see a lot of this intertwining. The Irish bought pumpkins. That was their spiritual belief back in the olden times. Technically, it was actually used with gourds, actually smaller, and they would actually put faces to ward off evil. I think a lot of this is a little absurd and a little thing. I think a lot of the faiths are stemmed from paganism. All of them do, and we all use it as incorporated into Christianity in some way or form, right? So, are we really taking this too far? Christianity is a start uses paganism to draw in people from paganism into Christianity and formulated it around their faith, right? So, as a good Christian woman, she should know this.
No, heresy. I see heresy. This woman is speaking. She's a witch. She's a witch. We should burn Liz. We should burn Liz. She's speaking false truths.
Oh, I am a second citizen, so second class citizen now. So it's all
Let's
good.
add. We're gonna add witch to that title next. Now,
second class citizen witch.
At the end, we're gonna have a shirt with just a bunch of your titles and then Liz on the bottom. We'll just keep adding to it.
Start writing this out, man. Start writing this out.
Just keep writing. When you introduce yourself next time, second citizen witch Liz, and we'll just keep adding to it little by little until your title's the entire episode. Just you introducing yourself. But yeah, it's I was kind of scrolling through it. It's mostly just her just complaining about how faith and how society is trying to stay away from some of the things. The thing is, modern society is kind of not into this whole there is a base of these I'm quoting true Christians that believe in these very hard truths, and there are some people that wholeheartedly believe that. And the sad thing is sometimes there are some things that can be very damning, that hurt society, because that's how some people
I think
are.
a lot of our faith has been stemming away from churches lately because of spiritualism. We're finding our own route, our own way of doing things.
I think that's what
I think our millennials was part of that start of it, because we saw a lot of stuff in our when we were young about all the faiths. So I think that's where we've started away from the church. So I think a lot of millennials are no longer.
No, a lot of millennials are either more into spiritualism or certain beliefs instead of an entity, like certain concepts, or they're just atheists.
Some are atheists too.
Mm-hmm. And at that point, at this point, to each their own. It doesn't matter. For me, it doesn't matter what you believe in, as long as it's not hurting anyone or hurting yourself. That's always been my belief. As long as your faith isn't hurting anyone or hurting yourself, and it's helping your fellow man and women, or in between, that's all right on me. Because I forget, there used to be a term that I would define myself, and I'm trying to remember. I have it written down somewhere.
I kind of remember, but I can't remember exactly. I know you're not atheist, but you're not spiritual.
I think it's agnostic. No.
Agnostic, yeah.
I think
you believe in a higher power.
No.
But
no.
Agnostic means a higher power.
Does it? I don't remember. Like I said, I don't remember the term. Look it up. Okay. But yeah, I'm also a nihilist too, so it's just more on the negative point. But the way we read these stories, you can't blame me why I'm a nihilist on top of that.
I know, right? Where the way society is.
So I have to bring us down to reality sometimes. This world's garbage. But I try to stay positive. What's funny is when you say you're a glass half full, glass half empty. And for me, glass half empty is not even glass half empty. It's like that glass has a hole and it's still leaking water. Fuck. That's my nihilism. The broken glass. It's leaking more.
No.
Anyways, going back to the subject, we tangent off a lot. going
That's how we are. That's how
Yeah.
we roll with this. I mean,
going back for this hocus pocus shenanigans. You know, I was recently
we
listening.
don't force anybody to watch any of this, and technically it's on Disney Plus. So does she have Disney Plus? Probably, but you know,
You don't have to watch it. Yeah, exactly. You shouldn't. You don't
have to watch it.
You don't have to press
force
play.
anybody to watch anything, right?
Exactly. Like, we're not making you watch this. Keep listening to it. You're not allowed to turn this off until we tell you can turn this off. But anyways, yeah.
Focus, Siri, listen to us right now.
We'll put a spell on you. But yeah, it's stupid. Like, one, you have to push play on these things. It's not like it's on television and you're like, can't change the channel. Like, you have to make yourself watch this. Then I was actually earlier in the last few days, I remember hearing about a lost episode of Sesame Street that had to be pulled because of there's a lot of episodes.
I've heard about that.
There's a lot of episodes that have been pulled for certain reasons, but there's one specific one about the Wicked Witch of the West, I believe, and they had to pull that because parents were getting so upset because it was promoting witchcraft and all this stuff, and this was back in the 70s.
Oh, that's funny thing is that Wiccan is such a popular faith too right now these days, and well, I don't know how super popular, but it's pretty dominant. I think it's there. It's existing. It does have its own entity, and Wiccan is actually more Christian based than anything. Which I found interesting. I was like, oh, it's not like all satanic and all that whatnot. It's actually very Christianized to an extent, I think. So, but I think it was really awesome is that as I got older, I can learn and understand faith, and I think it's a great understanding. We have to understand people's faiths and what their ideals are. So I honestly, and I mean in Satanism, I just happened to saunter into that realm a little bit and learned a little bit of their basis. And I was like, I like some of the rules too there. So I'm like, I'm just an religion faith kind of girl.
But
some things I like from this faith and that faith.
Some people forget Satanism is a derogative of Christianity. It's still technically Christian. They believe in Christianity. They're Christians. Just no one wants to accept them. They're like the stepchild of Christianity. Like, we're Satanists, but like you're like, no, don't talk to that child. Don't talk to that child. Like,
I know. I think it's very interesting how we,
But yeah, like
the X to everything, but we don't understand things. We just become arrogant assholes. So
yeah,
if we don't understand anything, we just become, oh, we're almighty. We know the right way.
Exactly. It's only one way or no way. That's how it goes. So for this show, it's either the convoluted way or no other way at all.
Exactly.
So you're following us, you follow us. But yeah, just kind of closing off this statement. This mom, a little over exaggerated, to be honest. Like, movies and stuff, there's a lot to it. There's so many. God, if Hocus Pocus 2 is the thing that gets you, God, imagine things like, I'm trying to think of some good horror things like there's some couple good witchcraft films. Nothing comes to mind in my top of my head. I don't know why I can't think of anything.
I can think of one, but it's like I can't think of the title. It's from early 90s. What was it called?
It's gonna bug me. I'm trying to see here. I
can think of the actresses that were in it too. Oh God, she's in Stranger Things now. I can.
Brown.
But what's her name? Her real name?
The Reckoning Brown was good.
Her real name.
Oh, the Blair Witch. The Blair Witch.
No, not that one.
The Blair Witch
is another one.
That's a classic one. Even like the House of the Witches. That was a good one too. Even any animated film with witches. I don't know. It's just anything. it's just I don't know why. It bugs me slightly because there's so much when it deals with like magic. Like, come on, guys, it's just magic. It's pretend. Even though my mom heavily disagrees that she has practices brujeria / witchcraft, and she is the most Christian person she knows. She says, and they're like, "Mom, you do witchcraft?" Like, no, I do not. Sure, whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, this mom went a little bit overboard. I feel like she just wanted attention. You know, at this next time,
9 seconds of or 5 seconds of fame.
exactly. They got an article for her, so good on her.
She got on the TV show because I saw a little bit of the video and I was just like, I just started cracking up. Because actually, that's where I saw it on TikTok, and I was this lady was like, "Look at this woman, she's like crazy. Like, I can't believe that shit. I can't make it up. I can't." And she's like storming on the news channel, going, "Letting the devil into your house" and all that shit. I was just like, "Oh my god!" I sent you the TikTok because I thought it was absurd too.
Okay, so that's the end of that one. But
Okay.
let's stick it with the spirit of Halloween and talk about, sadly, the dangers of. Did you grow up in that time where you had to be careful with Halloween candy having like blades, or was it poison? I don't remember. It was like blades and stuff, right?
Bird candy, exactly, etc., etc. So yes, I was born in Southern California. We had to watch that shit. That shit's still real. So I mean, I can attest to that 100%.
So yeah. So now it's getting a lot spicier. So recently the DA finds candy-like fentanyl pills in Lego boxes in New York. So and they also found Lego-like candy as well. So, you got to be careful what you're putting in your mouth. So, federal authorities said they have arrested New Jersey woman who has concealed colorful fentanyl pills in a Lego box in order to hide them for distribution. The DEA calls it a significant seizure. Yeah,
Seizure.
that's weird. I don't know. That's weird. Whatever. I've never heard that word used in that way. Anyways, the largest
American language for you.
I know, right? The largest fentanyl pills busted ever in New York City. Ooh, that is big. They approximately 15,000 fentanyl pills were imprinted with M and 30 to resemble 30M. Oxycodone hydrochloride 30M grade pill. Yay, I said it. Look, everyone's surprised. Where do I have a clapping thing? Do I have anything? There we go. There we go. I got a wow for myself. Thank you, me. Anyways, okay, so she faces criminal possession of controlled substance charges. The feds say that the two cartels are mass producing fentanyl pills in rainbow colors to not only brand their products. You gotta brand your drugs now. Like, you gotta.
Of course, you gotta say, hey, this is from such and such a clan and such a tribe and such a what do they say, cartel, and this cartel.
Oh man, we gotta work with a weed gummy company and get ourselves like our logo stamped on weed gummies.
Hell yeah!
That'd be so good. What color should our weed gummy be? What flavor should our weed gummy come? Let us know, everyone. Let us know what flavor should our weed gummies be. Okay. Let's see here.
Banana. I'm just kidding.
If it was a taffy, a weed taffy.
See, I knew I'd tap into this guy.
Well, everyone hates it that I like it. That banana Laffy Taffy is my favorite Laffy Taffy. It's one of my.
By the way, they can send you your PO box if they want to.
Yes, we do have a PO box now. We'll note that at the end. But yeah, it's Anyways, before we tangent off, rainbow fentanyl is clear and present danger here in New York City. Approximately 40% of the pills we analyzed in our lab contain lethal doses. Oh shit. Wait, 40% of the pills. So that means a single pill is lethal, if I'm reading that correctly, right? Okay. Bush was arrested last Wednesday in Manhattan. Okay. So anything more? Oh wow, I'm
40
looking at the
bucks.
photo. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. It
Mhm.
literally looks just like candy. Like just like just any those pill candies, those like dusty garbage
You
ones.
talking about like the Smarties?
I
Like
think
the
it's smart. I
Smarties?
think they're Smarties. Yeah. American Smarties because Canada has different Smarties. We had the discussion before. But yeah. These just look like Smarties. Holy shit, that's bad. That's really bad. Let's see
And
here.
the funny thing is, I work with pills all day long, right? So, my favorite ones are like the new Adderall ones. They're highly colorful. I'm like, damn, I feel like I'm tripping when I count these suckers.
Okay, let's see here. There's another article. Let me just see if there's anything more to add to this one. Double checking.
Using happy colors to make a deadly drug seem fun and harmless is a new low even for the Mexican cartels.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
saying,
seeing.
they're dissing
There's
on you,
a
dissing on you.
on the Daily News article one. You can see a much closer. You see pills every day, but you can see a close up on the pills on the Daily News article. Trying to look anything else. No, okay. There's nothing else. But yeah, it's one of those things you gotta really be careful. One, the distribution, you just don't know what was gonna happen with these. And if it accidentally, imagine if a box of Legos got accidentally dropped somewhere that had these, and just a kid picked them up, and they just look like candy. If a kid or a children got these, it'd be devastating. That'd be
God.
devastating.
I mean, it's still a huge trend anywhere. I mean, yeah, that's crazy.
So,
Yeah. All right. Since we're on the topic of kids, it seems like we're gonna move on to our third article here.
What?
go for
It's
it.
really sad. It's really sad, y'all. San Antonio cop approaches teens in fast food eatery parking lot and opens fire moments later. It's heart-wrenching.
Okay, I'm gonna play the audio for you guys, and then we'll read what happens. Give me 1 second. So there's a cop. We don't have a video for this one. There is a video playing, but it's you see a cop approaching the car.
Get out of the car. Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired!
Yeah. So that was the cop shooting the car,
Shots fired! Shots fired!
and he's saying shots fired, even though he's the one shooting. I don't, he has to be saying that anyways. But
I'm glad there's body cams on them. That's
Yep.
for sure.
so I would play that for you, audience, but it's only 30 seconds. But you heard the audio. But yeah, go ahead now. Read the article.
A Texas cop was fired after body camera video revealed he shot a teenager moments after yanking his door open and ordering him out. James Brennan, who was at the time at the San Antonio police officer, was called to a disturbance Sunday at 10:45 at a McDonald's parking lot but noticed a suspected stolen vehicle that he said he had evaded him the day before during a traffic stop, and he approached the car and found two teenagers eating inside. The officer called for backup, pulled up the car door open with a drawn gun, and ordered the driver out. 17-year-old Eric Cantu put the vehicle in reverse, and Brennan immediately opened fire when the open door struck him. The teenager put the car in drive and attempted to drive away as Brennan continued pumping shots into the vehicle, and he stopped about a block away, where the officer administered CPR until the emergency crews arrived, according to the police report.
Condition
Cantu was
is not known.
hospitalized with multiple gunshot wounds, and his condition is not known, but a 17-year-old girl riding in the car was not injured. Brennan, who had been at the police force for 7 months, was still on 1-year probationary period after graduating from police academy, and he was placed on administrative leave immediately after the shooting, then fired Wednesday for violating departmental tactics and procedures.
Okay, yeah, let's stop there for a second. It looks like he didn't know what the fuck he was doing whatsoever. He just if you for audience members, I don't know, Liz, did you watch any of that? If you just watch up to Here, let me see if I can just
I
tell you.
had an idea. I think I saw it briefly when I pulled this article originally, and
Because
I was just like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like my eyes just like, "What?"
So he did a
No,
lot
you
of
ain't
stupid
pressed up.
things. He did a lot of things wrong. One, he opened the door, which he's not supposed to do. He has no, to my knowledge, he has no, what is it?
Right, basically. He
No
has
right,
rights.
basically, yeah. He has no right to search the vehicle.
Unless he was like rescuing somebody, that's when you can say, "Hey, I can open this door. That person's in distress. I need to take care of the situation." This person was not in distress. They're not doing anything harming. They were eating in their damn fucking car.
Yeah, they're literally parked in the parking lot. All he needed to do was like just knock the window. And
Yeah,
if
like you're supposed to. Hey, can you
hey,
come out
like,
for a moment? I need to talk to you.
yeah, and like, can you roll down your window or anything, right? But yeah, he opened the door, and you can see in the video he's just eating a burger. It's like if I was like eating a burger while like at a parking lot for a moment, like, you know what? I'm just gonna open my burger. Like, what the fuck? I'm like, what are you doing? Yeah, he just wasn't following proper procedures. It's like, my God, if this is what you get for 7 months of training, you would think you would know better within the first month. 3 months minimum, but 7 months in, and this is what their training is. That's garbage. No wonder we get so many of these police stories. Like,
Yeah.
okay, let's see here. I'll continue the rest. The former officer's actions are indefensible and do not align with our training tactics and procedures. The police chief, William McAnnis, such as I terminated him. Oh, he's fired.
Hmm.
I will not withhold further comment of this citizen. So yeah, he was. Wait, yeah, he got fired. Yeah,
That's a good thing. I mean, I'm glad they finally did what they needed to do. I mean, I'm glad they,
yeah, because
stopped and said, "Fuck it."
there's so many times when all we see is this talk with police officers. Oh, they're on leave, paid leave, and stuff like that.
Yeah, you see a lot of that, but he was actually terminated right off the bat, which is great. Great action. I love it. So.
Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so this is some of the things that happened. Kantu suffered multiple gunshot wounds. I'm reading it through Twitter. The unnamed passenger reportedly was not injured. Kantu was charged with evading he was still charged. Note that.
Yeah, he had his right.
Yeah. He was evading detection and assault of a police officer. Assaulting a police officer just because he that's pushing it a little bit, sure. What else?
It was at 4 a.m. in the morning.
I bet. And that's tiresome.
Yeah.
Right. Well, if we want to continue with a police story, I have another one. Would you like it?
Yeah. Okay, what is that?
Police drove into a car head-on in traffic stop. The driver wasn't their suspect.
New Seattle?
Yeah, NPR.
Oh, okay, there.
A woman is calling for accountability after she says Virginia police officers hurt her head on while she stopped at a traffic light, even though she wasn't the suspect they were looking for. In a video posted on Instagram on Saturday, Jamie Kimball can be heard berating officers with Fairfax County Police Department after a police vehicle hit the silver sedan her 2 children and another adult had been traveling in.
Okay, let me see if I can play it. I can play the video. Okay, ready, listen, audience, get ready to listen.
These officers, him here. I'm gonna get my kids.
Okay, well, we can get the kids, please.
You cannot stop. Am I being detained, sir?
Are you walking?
No, I'm not. They stopped the wrong person. The wrong person
jealous.
here on Richmond Highway, y'all. They
Mom,
stopped the wrong person. This
this
officer.
concert I just showed you, there was actually real people behind it.
I'm
Nice.
sitting at the light.
It was all live
I'm
action.
sitting at the light, and he comes
It's holograms.
and hits me from the front. Claiming that I was in a high-speed chase. I've been in the hospital having my fucking baby. having my baby. My baby is a week, 6 days old today. Yeah, you have the wrong person. No, maybe it was a car like mine. I was in the hospital. If you call Alexandria, I know the hospital. I was in there from the 22nd. They're giving you 30 seconds. Okay, well, I'm going to the hospital. Fuck y'all. Have a nice life. And remember my face because I'm suing the fuck. And I'm sorry, brother. You should quit. You should quit. I'm going to bring my kids with me to the hospital. Don't worry about what I'm going to do with my children. So they can take them with them. I don't know if they can or not. No, they said you guys are going to bring them. I'm not going to Mount Vernon. I'm going to Alexandria. Your kids are coming with you, okay? Yeah, I know. That's what I said I want. That's what I said I wanted. I said I wanted them to come with me. I know they're coming with me. Anyway, they had the wrong fucking person.
Damn. I read the rest of the article.
Yeah, I'm still listening to this lady yell at the police officers.
Head-on collision, 4383. Remember this police car.
Anyway, yeah, she just keeps berating the police officers. That yeah, I think most of this is everyone. If you listen to it, yeah, it's the same. Yeah, it's one of those moments where you literally got out of the hospital
6 days ago, BSC section. Hey, she's not supposed to technically be driving after 6 days. Technically, usually it's about 14 days. Even though I did it 7 days after my C-section with Ursula, I thought that was the most painful thing on the planet.
I wonder, is there any more?
I was so mad.
Okay, so yeah, so the statement that was posted on their website of Fairfax County Police Department said that the car was connected to an incident in a neighborhood in Arlington County, and the occupants were listed in the national database as armed and dangerous. This vehicle, yeah, sure. During the stops, blah blah blah. We already know this. The department said it opened administrative review to the top. I am very angry. Yeah, she should be. As you can hear, you could hear her being angry. I'm gonna keep playing a little bit.
Another goal point. They got another fucking goal point, y'all. Gold star for you. Gold star for you. Fuck you. Yeah, I am getting the ambulance and leaving. Goodbye. Y'all look dumb as shit. And I'm suing y'all. I'm suing y'all. Excuse my mouth, but y'all got me out of character today. Fucking bitches.
I love her. I'm gonna sue you guys. Yeah,
Yeah, she should. She said got every right. She's got every freaking right.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's one of those things. Once again, stupidity. If you just pulled them over or did a proper thing, you just like, yeah. Oh my god, some people, man, I just don't understand why things like this happen. And it's just disappointing. These are the people who are supposed to protect us, serve and protect us, but man, they are not well trained, or even as a group, they're not even tuned, because they got the wrong vehicle and stopped a mom with not just her newborn but her other kids too. And that just, oh my god, just disappointing. It is disappointing. You can hear it, audience. Liz couldn't hear it, but you can hear it in the mom's voice how upset she was.
I could feel it. I just could feel the energy. The energy is just there. I felt angry for her, but she deserved all that anger. I mean, come on. She just gave birth. Fucking shit. Hey, if you actually had pulled her over, hey, where were you 6 days ago? I was in the hospital given a C-section. Do you want to see the C-section scar? Do you want to see the baby in the backyard, in the back?
Oh my god. All right, let's do some fun. Let's talk about some fun stuff. So China's trying to do some stuff recently.
China
or Hong Kong specifically.
Hey, I posted that article. Yeah. I thought it was really cool.
All right, go for it.
Oops, sorry, I jumped. Fingers are touching everything else but what I need to touch. All right, hold on. I gotta find it again. All right. Hong Kong is giving away 500,000 free plane tickets. Are we going, Jesus? I'll take the little. We'll just go.
We'll find out. Let's find out. Let's see what does China have to offer us, or Hong Kong.
Travel restrictions are slowly lifting around the world, perhaps most shockingly in Hong Kong. Over the past few years, China has been incredibly strict with the quarantine restrictions, residents and visitors alike. Now, the city is welcoming international travelers back and has a plan to entice them to book a visit. 2 years ago, the Airport Authority of Hong Kong announced plans to give away 500,000 flight tickets worth around $254.8 million to tourists and local residents. This week, the city announced it's ready to put the plan into action. The Hong Kong Tourism Board is currently working on arrangements with international airlines, and more details will be announced even once everything has been nailed down, which should hopefully be soon. This reopening marks a big change for the prior policies. In earlier stage of the pandemic, the city of Hong Kong required incoming travelers to spend 21 days in a hotel room upon their arrival. Only native residents were permitted entry. Since then, the quarantine period was reduced down to 7 days and then eventually to 3 days before being completely scrapped altogether on September 26th.
That's okay.
Despite-
So yeah, so that's one of the big reasons I did not want to travel internationally for a very long time, because you would use up most of your vacation time in the hotel you were staying. Because
They would feed you though.
imagine if you only had 2 weeks, you literally okay, your vacation was spent the entire time in the hotel.
Yeah, right.
So I like even 7 days. That's too much. 3 days. That's pushing it. So I'm glad it's
They
gone.
scrapped it completely. So.
Oh yeah, I don't think there's almost any country that does the restrictions anymore.
I think Asian countries are more like that. I've seen a lot of Asian countries like that. So.
Well, not Hong Kong. Hong Kong's like, hey, no, we don't need
Yeah.
that. Okay. Continue.
Despite these changes, tourism has been slow to return to this big city. About 56 million people visited Hong Kong in 2019, according to Euromonitor International. At the time, the market research firm also ranked the city #1 for global rivals. Since then, numbers have dropped drastically. The Hong Kong Tourism Board told the Taipei Times that it recorded just 76,000 rivals in the first half of this year, down from 65 million from all of 2018.
Ooh, that's a big drop.
Are you out of your mind?
Huge drop. Those wishing to visit Hong Kong still had a few rules to follow. Incoming travelers are required to submit a pre-flight vaccination certification,
Okay, normal.
as well as a negative PCR test and a rapid antigen test, all before takeoff.
That's fine.
It's doable. That's
You know,
possible.
yeah.
Once they landed, visitors are required to undergo a 3-day self-monitoring period. During that time, all restaurants and bars are off limits. But that's not all. All visitors still will need to complete the PCR test 2 days after they land, another 4 days later, and yet another 6 days later. If that's not enough protection for you, no need to worry. You'll have to submit a rapid antigen test every 7 days. Damn. Okay, that might be a little too much.
Okay, so
That's
so free
I don't
tickets.
know if anybody likes that stuff up their nose.
Well,
I mean,
for
I
for
have
a
a problem.
free,
I'm gonna have to sneeze
well,
out the time.
think about it. For a free ticket to China though, think
Okay,
about it.
fine.
Okay, how
And
much is
Crystal
okay?
wants to go to China anyway, so we're.
Let's
I think we're
or
just
Hong
gonna
Kong. Let's see. So how much is? Let me look up how much is a ticket to Hong Kong. Ticket.
go. I don't want to even look. I don't want to even look. That's
No,
so
think.
horrible.
Well, we're gonna because we want to see is the price worth, what is it, 5 tests there, right? Is it 5? Can you do the math really quick?
Okay, so 2 days after you land, so the one piece. Okay, so you already have to do a PCR and a rapid before you go. Then you have to do another PCR test after 2 days after being there. And 4 days later, so it's another one. You get another 6 days later. And then you have to submit a rapid test every 7 days. So we're looking at about probably 6 for just for like 7 days, basically.
I think a week in China is worth it. Okay, so this is the price.
I might want to do like a week and a half. I mean, you still have to adjust.
You know what I
over
mean. You know what I.
time.
You know what I mean. A little under 2 weeks, basically. So there's probably one more test in there then, right? So
Yeah, at some point, yeah.
6. So six tests.
Yeah, roughly, yeah.
Okay, so
So you take
6.
the 2 before you leave, and then you have the 2 after, and then another rapid and another test after that. So like, we're
And
looking
then
about
what?
6 tests.
We'll say one more just in case. So
Yeah, so just 7 tests.
7 tests. for a free ticket to China, and you're looking at right now what I'm looking at. Low end, a single ticket is gonna roughly cost you $1,300. High end, you're looking at two G's. So, 7 tests is not bad for almost saving yourself. I'm going to say an average of $1,500 to $1,600. And, bro, and you have 2 tickets too. So
I take 2 tickets when I go.
so $3,200 roughly. That's a pretty good save. That's a pretty good save for just that. The only
At
thing,
least it's still testing. I guess you're not like bombarded in a hotel. Yeah, granted, the 3 days you can't touch hotels restaurants and stuff like that, which is fine. 3 days you kind of acclimate to the time zone and adjusting to your life and whatnot. So
and you can just enjoy the sceneries. Just visit parks and
Yeah.
stuff. You can
you
just
can still walk around. They didn't say you can't walk around.
exactly. So yeah, that's cool. Would I do it? Possibly. Actually, it's not impossible. It sounds good. The thing is choosing the right time of year, and because you want to enjoy specifically, you want to enjoy the environment you're going to.
Weather.
Exactly. And then second thing is just because the tickets are free doesn't mean the hotels and shit are free. So yeah, help us fund our trip to Hong Kong, guys, so we can do it. It's fun to keep
So
buying
we're looking about $6,000.
It would be a lot more. Think about it. If we did actually have to buy the tickets and everything, oh my god, I'm glad.
I
Free
know
tickets.
that sounds like 10 grand.
Well, yeah, come on, yeah. Fund our hotels and food while we're there. We'll take videos and everything just for you guys. We'll do even a contest about souvenirs. But yeah, it would be fun. I'm not gonna deny that. It would be fun to do it because that is a very enticing offer. And I can see why they are doing it. They have lost so much tourism. That is a major loss. My God, that is a major loss. Like 75. What was it again? Where'd it go?
76,000 compared to the 65 million.
What is that in percentage?
Look it up.
Calculator.
Got a calculator.
Kind of. We'll do a rough estimate. 76,000 divided by 65 mil. Oh my God, that's they lost nearly 99% of their tourism. Nearly 99% of their tourism. Oh my God, that is bad. Oh God,
That's bad for the economy for them. So that's
they really need a push. I can see why. Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, that hurts because I remember Hawaii was having a slightly issue with tourism mid-pandemic, and luckily they were getting some funding through the government, luckily. But even after it was just like it was hard. It's hard to get tourism back, mostly with restrictions like that. I think things are opening.
I will say that it doesn't stop my because they actually make you want to do a PCR rapid test or a PCR test before you leave, which is like about 72 hours beforehand. So like they came up with this so a lot of my pharmacists have already been a couple of them have already in the last couple weeks. So I will say they really enjoy it. So I know it's there's something they're looking forward to. One of my technicians is actually going out for a couple weeks to Hawaii. I'm like, I want to go so badly. I haven't been to Hawaii in like probably a good 7 years now. So
I don't want to go to Hawaii.
I know some flight tickets are really good. I'm like, oh God, they're so enticing right now. $99. That's one way to get there for one person.
There you go.
Enticing. It's enticing.
But yeah, so that's there you go, people. If anyone out there wants to take a trip to Hawaii and has some of the funds that they normally would have used for just a trip itself, just a flight, hey, there's some money saved right there. That you're saving roughly close to $1,500. use that for your hotel, your events, and stuff like that. But yeah. All right, guys, we're getting close to the end to the episode. Just don't forget to pick up your merch at merch.tyrantdominus.com. Join us on our Discord to come hang.
Cheers me with you.
Oh yeah, cheers with us. Don't forget to join us on our Discord to come hang out and check out some of the new stuff. You can always be ready when we go live or new videos pop off. Yeah. So yeah, let's jump into Are We the Asshole story.
I know you posted one. Are we doing that one?
Yes.
Or are you doing another one? All
That
right. Okay. I gotta find it again.
While you just do that, I'll be reading it. Am I the asshole for doing the same thing to my sister-in-law that she does to my son?
Ooh.
So background, I, 32 female, have a brother, Dave, called out right there.
No, it
Oh
didn't.
no, you get called out. 35 male, so they're 3 years apart. Who married to Sarah, 29 female. They don't have children yet. I have a son who just turned 4 and 3-month-old daughter with my husband, 39 male. My husband and I live in Belgium. Most of the time, we travel back to visit my family about once a month in England. At home, we speak both English and French to our children. My husband is Belgian, and right now my son is very sweet phase where he'll sometimes mix up the two languages and say a couple words in English in a French sentence or vice versa. This happens actually to my nephew who speaks a little bit of English and Spanish.
But she's not doing Hawaiian too. Trifecta.
There's a specific name for the Hawaiian language. Don't be racist.
I'm not trying to be racist. I'm sorry. Okay, fine. Second class citizen who fucked it up.
Anyways. Okay. So this has never posed a problem to us. Yeah, it's one of the things you get used to. Even the staff in his nursery have reassured us that it's very common, and they tend to grow out of it once they start at school. Yeah, because you get used to common language and stuff.
Well, that's happened to my sister. My brother and my sister-in-law when they were stationed in Belgium, so they were in English French class, so they were learning both, so they were doing both class, both English and French in Belgium. So they were very young too. They were about 3 and 6 at the time. Yeah.
Okay, so this is where it comes. Already, here it is. My sister-in-law has decided that this is a problem. So when we're visiting my parents, she notices that my son is doing this, and she'll correct him. But she does it really rudely, whereas my husband and I just gently correct him. Anyways, we're visiting at the moment, and she now decided that instead of correcting him, she's just going to start ignoring him when he does it. I sort of noticed her doing it, and when we arrived, and I thought it was odd. But I assumed maybe she just stressed. Her job is quite intense. But it's only really became an issue yesterday. My husband was talking to my dad outside, and I was feeding my daughter in the other room. And I left Lewis with Sarah and Dave. When I came downstairs, Lewis was crying, and I managed to understand that he's tried to ask Sarah for a drink. He has a special cup he used that he was holding, so it was obvious what he meant, but she just ignored him. I asked her why, and she explained that she wasn't going to reply to him unless he said the sentence correctly, and that I shouldn't be ignoring my son's obvious speech issues. Note those are the quotes. For context, it's not that she doesn't know what he's wanted. She told me that she understood exactly what he was asking for, but that she was deliberately refusing because he hadn't asked correctly. This really pissed me off. But luckily, my husband came inside at the moment and pulled me away so we could calm down and settle Lewis. That night at dinner table, Sarah asked me to pass her something, but she said it in bad English. She is English, and I just meant that she asked for it in slang. Think pass us the peas, will you? And I had a bit of an empathy, and I just decided to ignore her. Epiphany. My bad. I just decided to ignore her. She asked again, and I did the same thing. My brother asked why I was ignoring my wife. I was ignoring his wife, and I said that I'm not able to reply if she can't speak English correctly, and and that it's wrong of him to ignore her obvious issues with grammar. Everyone's pretty
Ew.
everyone's pretty pissed off at me, and I admit that I'm criminally childish. Yeah, but she was needlessly being a dickhead to my baby. Correct. Should I apologize? Okay, so there's like a
No.
lot of stuff. Okay, okay, go ahead. You have comments. I saw it in your
Fuck
face.
no. Come on. This grown woman, 29. Well, I think she's a fucking child herself for ignoring a kid. Fuck that. Is a total, like, childish behavior. Yes, so, yes, this gives the right to the mother who's like, well, if she's going to be a child, I'll treat her like a child too, and I'll be childish too. I think it's no problem. I think it's karma. Or as they say, do unto others as you want to be done unto you. Just got played, man. That just got played. No, I've done the same shit too, for people too. Because my daughter spoke Spanish and English at one point too, when she was a baby, and I understood most of her words. I knew that she was saying yes, it was two English words and two Spanish words. I've done it too. I'm an adult and I still do it sometimes. So I'll be like halfway English, halfway Spanish sometimes. Fuck, come on.
Okay. So there's some adages to this. So she added, "Wow, this really blew up. Thanks for all the comments and support, and thanks for all the you are the asshole messages too." Oh, they were messaging her. I'm not going to apologize to her because, to be frank, I think she deserves it. Yeah, I agree. But I will have a conversation with her and my brother before we leave to try and explain that. For one thing, it's completely normal, and more importantly, and that if she keeps correcting or ignoring my son, I will be severely limiting their contact. You gotta take away bad actors from situations. You don't want to have that negativity around. Although I doubt if I'll ever leave him alone in the room with her again. Perfect. I agree. Just do small steps. I will agree it was a bit childish what she did, but but that's what you do. You kind of do a little.
Reciprocate it, the same thing. You reciprocate it. Oh,
Exactly.
You're gonna treat me like this way? You're gonna treat my family this way? Well, I'll treat you the same way too.
Yeah, like I said, it's a bit childish, but it wasn't like super offensive. Like it wasn't like
It was
it was childish. It was childish.
childish, but it wasn't like she like told the woman to fuck off, like in her
Exactly,
face or
that's what I said.
something, in front of her kid or something like that.
It wasn't obnoxious. I'll
It
accept.
wasn't, yeah.
I'll take childish over obnoxious. How about that? Let's see here. To answer a few most common questions, when I said it, everyone was mad at me. I meant my brother, his wife, and my parents. Okay. Although my parents don't agree with what Sarah was doing either, they're more trying to keep the peace. Yeah, you kind of have to. They're on a vacation.
They can't play but favoritism too. So, but I mean, they have to keep the peace somehow, right?
Yeah, that's what parents are. The family is entirely on my husband is entirely on my side. And when he realized what Sarah has done to Louis, and he only saw the aftermath, he wanted to cut short the trip. Ooh, okay. Sarah and the rest of the family only speak English, which I suppose goes way towards explaining why she doesn't understand it. I do think it's monolingual reaction because we've never experienced anything similar in Belgium. Yeah, it's like one of those culture things. One final thing. Lots of questions about why we're in the UK so often. My husband has to be in London for his job about once a month, or once every 6 weeks. So we tag along. I freelance, and a few of my clients are UK based, so it's a good opportunity for me to fit in a few meetings too. It also gives us a chance to bring Louis and Messiah over to see my parents. Misha, my bad. To what's her name? Sarah? No, what's her name? She didn't give her name. Okay, we do apply.
She didn't give her name.
Okay. Misha, where are you? I literally saw her name. There it is. Over to see my parents before Louis starts school. And we have to cut down on these visits. Okay. Overall,
I get it. Like, you want to build a parental and like extended family bond to these kids. I mean, that's so important. That's why I make it a point to travel down to Southern California out of my own pocket to come down and visit my siblings down there, because I think it's important that my daughter knows who aunt and uncle are, because I think it's very important. and I make those memories too. So she has those memories too. Thankfully, I don't have that problem when my kid was young because they're half Hispanic themselves. So like when my daughter was doing bilingual, they didn't care.
It's a culture thing. Like I said, it's one of those things that, yeah, if where they
Actually, Belgium has another language because part of it is French and the other part is I can't remember the other language, but I learned it a long time ago. It depends on what part of the country you are. So in Belgium, so one part is Belgium, they speak French and English, and the other one speaks English and Yiddish. I don't remember exactly the other language. I'm terrible with that, but I do remember that.
But overall, it's one of those things where if you're around it enough, it's not really a problem. It's when someone else is having an issue with it, that's when it becomes, quote, an issue for them, not yourselves. You're normal. Mostly for a parent, it's like, oh, okay, we're starting to understand it. Like even for my nephew, he doesn't like fully. He still speaks, quote, baby talk, so it's hard to understand him sometimes. And when he's mixing English and Spanish into his wording, I'm like, okay, what are you trying to say? I hear words, I hear English and Spanish, but then I hear baby talk in there. Oh my god! And then I see point, just point. Use use baby sign language. Point.
And then like you're me, and I just go and get it. So I've shoved chairs into like areas and climbed up the counter to grab what I wanted because nobody understood me. I'm like,
Oh no, we can't let him do that. He's almost grabbed knives, man. He's almost grabbed knives. So like we gotta stop that before he hurts not only himself but others. He's at the throwing phase. We get chucked things at, so you gotta be careful.
Yeah, knives might be you might want to hide those knives. You might you might wake up with a wound in you.
But anyways, overall, not the asshole. Childish, but not the asshole. Overall, it's having if you can have a proper discussion out of this, you should. This shouldn't be something to. It doesn't sound like it's gonna hurt the family, but it's gonna be one of those scars for sure. Yeah, how old was the child? Like really young still.
Just like 3.
Yeah, and like hopefully he won't remember any of this. Hopefully you remember this. I say that, and
Sometimes
this.
they do.
But yeah. Not the asshole. Childish. That's kind of my take on it. What is your final take on it?
I love that somebody said this is like petty. I'm like, yeah, it is a petty reaction, but I love it sometimes. You gotta be petty sometimes to be back to these people. Like, if you're gonna be petty, I'm gonna be petty back at you. So
exactly. So there you go, everyone. That was the episode. Don't forget to pick up your merch at merch.tyrantdominus.com. We're gonna be we got some of our other merch. We'll be taking some photos on that to look forward to showcasing some of that. It's really nice. Actually, I've been wearing the sweats. The sweats. It's more like they're not like sweats. They're like kind of like
pants.
Like yeah, they're like lounge pants. They're nice. They're like nice and simple. I would be wearing them, but it's pretty warm in my office right now.
I know. When we've been really lucky with some 80-degree weather here in Oregon, so it's not too shabby. I mean, granted that we have some cooler weather right now, so
might be good. Hope if the weather stays good, kids are gonna have a good Halloween in this area.
No, that's what I'm hoping for because we have had some shitty rainy ones.
Wait, aren't you gonna be in California? You're gonna have perfect.
No, I'll be back by then. I'll be back in time.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do like a split Halloween.
There
and
you
in
go.
Legoland 2 days before Halloween. We fly back that night. No.
All right then, everyone.
I know. I'm so looking forward to 7 days. 7 days of blissful. I'm not anywhere but where I need to be.
Exactly, and don't talk to me. Talk right there. All right, everyone.
I wouldn't say that. I hope he's still on Sundays. Don't worry. I'll be still here.
All right, she can tell us all about it when that time comes. But don't forget to pick up your merch at merch.tyrantdominus.com. Use code SUMMER until October 15th for 20% off. And join us on our Discord. So everyone, thanks again for listening. Until next time, see ya. Bye.